You already know the feeling. She walks out looking like she's going somewhere you weren't invited. And your first thought isn't, she looks beautiful. It's, why? Every man watching this has had that moment, and every man watching this told himself the same lie about it. This video is about the lie. So let me show you exactly how it starts. She walks out of the bathroom, hair different, lips darker, that dress you forgot she owned, and something in your chest shifts. Not desire, not pride. Something colder. Your eyes do a sweep before your brain catches up. Where is she going? Who is she seeing? Why does she look like that? You don't say it yet, but your jaw is already tighter. She smiles at you. And you can't feel it because your body already made the decision. Something is wrong. Something is being taken. She hasn't left the apartment. She hasn't touched her phone. She hasn't done a single thing. But you're already building the case. You tell yourself this is experience, that you've learned to read the signs. You tell yourself smart men pay attention. And here's the thing. That voice sounds calm. It sounds measured. It even sounds wise. But wisdom doesn't make your hands cold. Wisdom doesn't lock your jaw at the sight of lipstick. That's not your intelligence talking, man. That's your wound, wearing a suit, now. The internet has an answer for this moment. A clean one, a loud one. She's for the streets. She's getting ready for someone else. If she looks that good on a Tuesday, who's she performing for? And a million men nod. Because it feels like truth. Because it matches the ache. But let me ask you something. Have you ever watched a woman get dressed when she didn't know you were looking? The way she tilts her head at herself, fixes something invisible, breathes in, stands taller. That's not a woman preparing a trap. That's a woman trying to feel like herself, and you can't see it. Not because you're blind, but because the moment she becomes beautiful, she becomes dangerous to you. And that equation, beauty equals threat, you didn't write that. Somebody wrote that on you. An ex who dressed up and didn't come home. A mother who looked good and chose chaos. A moment where beauty and betrayal showed up in the same outfit. And now, your body doesn't know the difference. She puts on lipstick. And your body hears a gun cock. That's not experience, man. That's a memory running your life and calling itself wisdom. Here's what's actually happening inside you. You're not afraid she'll cheat. Not really. You're afraid of what it means if she could. Because if she's beautiful, if other men can see it, then she has options. And if she has options, you have to be worth choosing. Every single day, that's the weight. Not suspicion, not jealousy. Something underneath both of those. The quiet terror that you are not enough to keep. So you don't say, you look amazing. You say, where are you going in that? You don't say, I'm afraid. You say, who are you trying to impress? You turn your fear into a question and aim it at her like a weapon, and she feels it. She felt it the moment your eyes changed, the moment your compliment came with an interrogation attached. She didn't get dressed to hurt you, but she's standing in front of a mirror now, wondering if looking good is something she's allowed to do without paying for it when she gets home. You wanted to protect yourself, and you just made her smaller. That's not what a man who's been through it does. That's what a man who's still in it does. So let's talk about what this is costing you, not in theory, in your actual life. She stops getting dressed up, not all at once, slowly. The heels go to the back of the closet. The red lipstick stays in the drawer. She starts wearing the safe thing, the thing that doesn't trigger the questions, and you feel relief. You feel safer. And you don't realize you just watched a woman erase herself to keep your peace. That's not loyalty. That's surrender. And it gets worse, because now she's dimmer, quieter, flatter. And you start to wonder why you're not attracted to her anymore. You just killed the fire and then blamed her for being cold. But that's just the relationship. Let's talk about you. You can't enjoy a beautiful woman without scanning for exits. You can't receive a compliment she gives you without checking it for motive. She says, I love you, and something in you runs it through a filter first. You are living behind glass, man. Everything she offers gets inspected before it's allowed in. Why? And by the time it clears, it doesn't feel like anything anymore. You're not protecting yourself. You're starving yourself and calling it discipline. The worst part? She's still here. She's still choosing you. Every morning she wakes up in your bed, and that's a choice. But you can't feel it. Because the wound decided a long time ago that being chosen today doesn't mean you'll be chosen tomorrow. So you live in tomorrow. And you miss the woman who's standing right in front of you today. All right? Here's where we work. Not theory, not do the inner work and figure it out on your own. Actual moves, starting tonight. Next time she walks out looking good and your chest tightens, don't speak. Not because you're controlling yourself, because you're catching yourself. 3 seconds. That's the gap between your wound and your mouth. Most men skip it. They go straight from feeling to accusation. You're not going to do that anymore. 3 seconds. Breathe in and ask yourself one question. Am I responding to her or to a memory? That's it. That's the whole game. One honest question before you open your mouth. Your old line is, where are you going in that? Dead, buried, gone. Your new line is this, you look incredible. Period. Full stop. No follow-up question, no tone, no audit, just the thing you actually felt before the wound edited it. Because here's what most men don't understand, that tightness in your chest when she looks beautiful. The first half second of that is admiration. You do think she's stunning. Your body knows it before your fear rewrites it. The replacement line isn't a trick. It's you, speaking from the first half second instead of the second one. Every time you feel the urge to investigate her, check her phone, question her plans, scan her face for evidence, stop and ask, what am I actually afraid of right now? Not what she might do, what it would say about you if she did. Write it down if you have to, ugly, unedited. I'm afraid she'll find someone better. I'm afraid I'm not enough. Because when you name it, when you actually say the thing, it stops running your hands, it stops running your mouth, it stops running your relationship. A man who can name his fear doesn't need to interrogate his woman. He just needs a mirror and the guts to look. So here's where you are. You came into this video thinking you had a trust problem. You don't have a trust problem. You have a wound that learned to dress itself up as standards. Every time she looked beautiful and you felt afraid, that wasn't discernment. That was a boy who watched something leave once and decided he'd never be caught off guard again. And he built an entire system around it, called it boundaries, called it high value, called it knowing better. But it was just a kid standing guard at a door that nobody was trying to walk through. She's not your ex, she's not your mother. She's not the proof that beauty always leaves. She's a woman in a dress who chose you this morning. And the man she chose, he's not the one who checks her phone. He's not the one who turns a compliment into a cross-examination. He's the one who can watch her walk out of that bathroom looking like the most dangerous thing in his whole life and say, you look incredible, and mean it, without his hands going cold. It's not weakness. That's the man on the other side of everything you've been carrying. He's not far. He's 3 seconds away. If something in this video sat with you, if you felt it before you could explain it, you're not alone in that. This channel is for the man who's done performing strength and ready to actually build it. If that's you, subscribe. Not for us, for the version of yourself you just met in this video. He's going to need more than one conversation.